upgrade or a cashback, or in fact both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obweezy.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obweezy offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obweezy is your guy. Follow Obweezy at Instagram at Obweezy backup page, or on TikTok at Obweezy. That is at Obweezy on TikTok. Obweezy is spelled Obiyzy. That is Obiyzy.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
This debate is brought to you by GZI, our lead sponsor, and of course, Obweezy, our major partner for the debates. Finatrust Microfinance Bank, we appreciate you for your support, as well as Multiplan Pathway College. It's time now for the second debate.
At long last.
At long last. At long last. We might as well get to it straight away.
The motion this hour... Oh, Femi, did you want to introduce
Go ahead.
Okay. The motion this hour is aluminium cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages. Aluminium cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages.
All right, you've heard diction coach Yvonne pronounce the word. That's the English pronunciation. Aluminium. If you have an American orientation,
you say aluminum,
and you want to say aluminum, it is.
That's also right.
Also appropriate. So it's up to you. Time now for us to meet these contestants. Just to be, is there...
Oh, he wanted to ask if he could mention brand names, and I said no. I mean, find a way around it. Just
if you are only listing it, if you are just listing names, okay? If you are merely listing.
If you mention the brand of one of the sponsors here, that works. We can take that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We need to be sure we don't significantly disrupt you. All right? Okay? So, you know what to do, okay? As long as you don't go into full-scale advertising of brands, especially rival brands. You understand? Okay. Lagos, let us meet the contestants. It's the second of 4 quarterfinal battles here. This school I will introduce first defeated Grandmate Secondary School, Isolo, Lagos, in their first debate, the round of 32. Consumers, not manufacturers, are to blame for plastic pollution was the topic on that day. And then in the round of 16, they came up against Albesta Academy, Lekki, Lagos, and prevailed yet again on the topic producers should be held responsible for the wastes created by their products. Manufacturers, producers, topics closely related to some degree. They are here again. They are multi-time champions of I beg to differ students debate, 3-time regional champions and 1-time national champions. Welcome to their representatives this season, the duo of Ayomide Kolako Agarau and Eriolua Ayola Ajayi from Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos. Welcome to both of you. Are you ready for this debate? Thank you and welcome. Ayomide is 14, is in SS2. Erioluwa is 13. She's in SS1. Daniel Okewumi is their backup debater. He's 14 and an SS2 student. We come now to their opponents. In the first round of their debates, they went up against Aluminium Schools, Papa Shafa Gege Lagos. Tribalism is stronger than nationalism in Nigeria. That was the topic, and they prevailed. In the second round, the round of 16, they went up against David Hall College, Ikoyi, Lagos, on the topic, the federal government's choice of English instead of the mother tongue as the language of instruction improves early childhood education. They prevailed on that occasion again. Welcome the representatives of Honeyland Schools at Beson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos, Osagede, Omorege, Joseph, and Akweji Precious Omotere. Welcome. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Joseph is 15, is in year 12, that's SS3, same class, same age as Akweji Precious Omotere. They are backed up by Odumeso Misha Oluwashemilore. He's 14. Oh, she's 14. She's 14. She is in year 11, which is SS2. Welcome once again. All right, Yvonne.
Yes,
what
Femi.
is the topic once again before we take a break?
The topic again is aluminium cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages. If you wanted to say aluminum, then you would not have an I after ran in the last syllable. So it will be num and not nium, okay? But before that, in British English, you say aluminium. In American English, you say aluminum.
Okay.
But the motion is aluminium cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages. How did you pick last week? We'll start with, okay, gentlemen, you will support the motion, and Honeyland Schools will oppose the motion.
And just to add, if you stick to either the British or the American pronunciation, please stick to it, okay? Don't go
switch.
in and out, and you understand. All right, here we go, right after this short timeout.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back to the debates. We've been having a conversation, and the conversations will continue about, sometimes the matter of conjecture, how, how the decisions are reached. We just had a very tough debate that went into the tiebreaker round, and we can see some of the comments as a lot of some blowback and people looking at that decision and wondering whether it was the right decision. There will be time to address that, and to be honest with you, we are having our own in-house debates as well.
Yes.
Okay. That said, we have a potentially brilliant debate up here. There is a new live stream. You want to follow that live stream, okay? Rest assured, if there are uncertainties, all airs will be cleared. in due time. So join the conversation. Remember, like, share, and also follow. Okay, let's get into this debate. Special thanks to our lead sponsor, GZ Industries, to Obi-Weezy, our forever plug, to Fina Trust Microfinance Bank, and of course, Multiplan, Pathway College for your support. This hour, it's Wellspring College versus Honeyland Schools, and the battleground is the environment, specifically sustainability in beverage packaging. The topic before us: aluminium cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages. Are they? Are aluminium cans truly the environmental champion they are claimed to be? Or are they simply shiny on the surface with hidden environmental consequences beneath? Our debaters will take us through the layers. So let us peel layer by layer. Let's begin.
That's right. This debate will start with the motion supporter, Wellspring College. You've got 4 minutes. Representing Wellspring College in this round
is Ayomide Kolapo Agarao.
Mr. Agarao, you've got 4 minutes. Your time starts. Give me a moment. Now,
Coca-Cola sells over 1.9 billion of drink servings every day and 280 aluminum cans created every year. And the estimated value of beverage industries in 2030 is $2.5 trillion. Those are a lot of numbers. But the real story is, if beverage industries wants a sustainable future, aluminum should be their core driver. Firstly, aluminum cans are the closest things we've had to a perfect circular system. They can be recycled multiple times without losing their quality. Over 70% of cans are recycled to make new cans, a rate far ahead of PET, glass, and even cartons. When material can be recycled multiple times without losing its quality, becomes the most sustainable choice. Furthermore, the carbon math isn't even close. A major life cycle assessment study shows that cans emit only 0.11 kg of CO2 per liter, while glass emits more than 10 times that amount. Choosing the lowest emitting package isn't only smart but necessary. Next, transport matters. Cans are light, stackable, and space efficient, which means fewer trucks, less fuel, and fewer emissions. A major industry study shows that cans cut transport emission by up to 20% compared to glass and cartons. Next, even after distributions, cans still save energy. They cool faster and more evenly, which is important in hot regions with weak grids. A 2016 ICF international study shows that cans reduce refrigeration energy by up to 50%, which is important in the global south because it's a very important trait. Next, aluminum preserves resources. Most cans are created of 73% recycled content, and recycling one can saves up to 1.56 megajoules of energy. Aluminum does not degrade in the environment, so this recycling system helps in reserving resources for the future generation. Next, when we talk about waste, aluminum stands out. It does not turn into microplastics, and it does not exhibit toxicity, and its value makes people pick it up from bins, landfills, and even roadsides. It's that economic value that cancels out the waste in the environment. Next, the cans are durable. They can endure heat, humidity, shock, and even rough handling. In places where climate is tough, durability becomes less leakage, spoilage, and even less production waste. Next, the recycling system works globally. Western countries, developing countries, mixed economies all have strong recovery rates. Aluminum isn't just a theoretical solution, it's already working everywhere today. Next, aluminum cans preserve taste and freshness better than most alternatives. They protect against light, air, and even oxidation in order to keep the product from spoiling. When the package protects the product, it makes the entire system more sustainable. Next, aluminum cans aligns with human behavior. People pick up cans. People want to pick up cans. DRS depend on it. Informal workers thrive on it. Iron condemn is a Nigerian pidgin phrase used for people who pick up aluminum cans or metal in general from the roads in order to make money. When helping the planet saves, recovery shoots up. Next, the loop is fast. A used can be back on the shelf as a new can in under 60 days. Speeding up the cycle helps in saving carbon and also in reducing of virgin mining, creating a sustainability that grows on itself. Next, the recycling system is improving every year. Cans are getting lighter, production is getting better, recycling is getting more efficient. Aluminum isn't static, it's moving and improving towards a better sustainability. Next, the sustainability system must pay for itself. A 2022 solid state recycling research shows that 90% of aluminum cans are melted to make new cans, a rate far ahead of packaging's alternative systems. Next, unlike refill and carton systems, aluminum already has everything needed for it to survive. the market, machinery, even the economy, they all exist. Sustainability should be worked on with a system that we have already put in works. Then lastly and finally, across major LCAs and anywhere you go, aluminum cans have been chosen as the most favorable choice. Whether in transportation, circulation, or even the endurance, they are always on top, proving that they are the most sustainable choice. Thank you.
Well done. Right on time.
Ayomide Kolako Agarao of Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos. Well done. We now go to their opponent from Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ipaja, Lagos.
Imagine a child picking up a shiny aluminum can. He cracks it open and takes a sip. Looks harmless, right? But behind that simple sparkle is a story no one talks about. Mountains ripped apart, forests gone, rivers poisoned, smoke darkening the sky. And it doesn't stop there. Millions of these cans are thrown away, littering streets, choking drains and sinking into oceans, making turtles, birds and fish suffer. And every clink of a can is a clink of destruction, not sustainability. But first things first, my esteemed greetings to the moderators, distinguished adjudicators, accurate timekeeper, wonderful co-debaters, and ever-attentive audience. I am Usagede Omoyege Joseph, a president of Honeyland Schools, here to firmly oppose the motion that aluminum cans are the most sustainable packaging for beverages. I'll buttress my stance with the following points. Firstly, extraction destroys ecosystems and livelihood. Mining bauxite, the source of aluminium, destroys tropical rainforests, clears trees, and drives wildlife away. Water sources become polluted, farmlands are ruined, and in many mining regions, entire communities have to lose their environment as well as their means of survival. Secondly, flooding as a result of aluminium waste. Take a walk in any developing city like Mumbai, Rio, or even our own Lagos, and you'll find aluminium cans littering the environment. Now, when the rains come, these cans clog drains, triggering floods that contribute to destruction of homes, property, and displacing thousands of people. Furthermore, air pollution. Aluminium smelts in the process and production releases toxic fumes and dust, as well as chemicals that irritate the eye, the skin, and the lungs. Now, this makes people in nearby communities suffer from chronic coughs, asthma flare-ups, and eye problems, making aluminium not safe in the air for the environment. Furthermore, danger to aquatic life. Now, residue from aluminium production, like the red mud or even chemical coatings from each can, when they are discarded, when they are washed into water, they poison the water, harming fish and other aquatic organisms and making the environment unsafe for them to survive. Furthermore, carbon emissions and climate change. Aluminium production pumps massive amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, driving greenhouse gas buildup and accelerating climate change. This leads to extreme weather events like the frequent heat waves we've been feeling, as well as other destructive effects on our planet. How then can we call a material sustainable when it fuels the very crisis threatening our future? Also, risks to human health. Aluminium cans in the environment collect rainwater. This turns open streets and open spaces into breeding ground for mosquitoes. This leads to an increase in malaria, a disease that threatens thousands of people in subtropical regions of the world, such as Nigeria, India, and Brazil, showing the hidden cost of aluminium production and packaging to our health. Furthermore, inefficient waste management. Now, aluminium is non-biodegradable. Leave it there and it sits there for decades, centuries, and thousands of years to come, which makes its disposal a major headache. And in developing countries that have inadequate infrastructure cannot cope with the high recycling costs, this is a major problem. Meanwhile, biodegradable Tetra Paks and carton packaging decompose naturally, slashing costs and effort in waste disposal. Furthermore, potential as a light weapon. Now, imagine a boarding school that bans metal spoons, forks, knives, and other sharp objects in a bid to protect their students, but they allow provisions and beverages that are packaged in aluminium cans to enter into the school. Now, what they do not realize is that when these aluminium cans are torn or sharpened, they pose as potential light weapons that can inflict injuries on others, a threat that doesn't exist with paper or carton packaging. Also, better packaging already exists. Now, true sustainability blends practicality, cost effectiveness, environmental protection, and future readiness. Aluminium fails this test. Better packaging already exists. Carton packaging, compostable packaging, paper, PET bottles, as well as Tetra Pak, and the message is clear. These better packages already exist and the world is moving towards it. Furthermore, energy intensive production. Producing a single ton of aluminium takes about 15,000 kilo per hour of electricity, and in 2024 about 72.8 million of these tons were created globally. Now, this shows this impact is particularly in developing nations that have weak power supply, as this amount of energy use reduces availability for essential services and household use. Furthermore, dirty recycling. Now, we claim that recycling is clean, but in reality, it isn't as safe as we claim it to be. In countries like China and India, where there have been investigations, these investigations have shown that recycling plants release toxins and contaminants into the farmlands and waters, turning even the healthy and safe process of recycling into a tool for environmental damage and destruction. Furthermore, contamination of beverages. We claim that aluminium is safe, but in reality, it isn't. After all, fizzy drinks like Coke or Fanta or acidic drinks leach aluminium directly into the can. What's more, even the epoxy resin that lines the aluminium cans are not safe, as these chemicals enter into the beverages. This leads to further health complications in future. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Osagede Omorege Joseph of Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ipaja, Lagos. The presentation rounds are over. When we come back from this short break, It will be time for us to go straight into the rebuttal round. Stay with us.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Obiwizi is
by GZ Industries.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Great debate between Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos, and Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos. Before we went on that break, you heard the presentation round. And with those opening statements concluded, we're now going into the rebuttal round, where the debaters confront and counter the arguments they've just heard.
Right.
So, are you ready, both schools, to go into the rebuttal round? I see some of you jotting away furiously. Make sure you address every point and challenge every claim. And only after that may you introduce any new angles if time allows. The floor is yours, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, we'll start with the motion opposer, Honeyland Schools. And doing justice to this round on behalf of Honeyland Schools is...
Her name is Precious Omotere Akpeji.
Miss Omotere, you've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
My stern greetings to the moderator, wise and amiable panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my fellow co-debaters. My name is Apeja Oda Precious of Honeyland Schools, here to firmly rebut my opponent point. Firstly, the opposing team stated that aluminium is the closest to a perfect circular system, but not all cans get recycled. Take a look at countries like Nigeria and Brazil, which don't even have the proper infrastructure to get a can recycled. The opposing team also said that the carbon mark isn't close. But during the smelting process of aluminium cans, CO2 gases and greenhouse gases are emitted, which cause acid rain and also deplete our ozone layer. The opposing team also stated that transportation of aluminium cans is easy, but during this transportation process, they are prone to dents, which when the drink is consumed by when the drink is taken by the consumers, it can harm their health and put them into the hospital. The opposing team also claims that it saves energy and cools easily, but research shows that about 14,000 to 16,000 kilowatts per hour of energy is used to extract aluminium from its ore, which is more than enough to power an average Nigerian household for nearly 2 years. The opposing team also stated that it preserves resources, but during its extraction, our natural resources like our water, our land, and our air are polluted. Can you claim such process preserves resources when it's damaging more than it already has? The opposing team also stated that it does doesn't add to waste. But the red mud that it produces is prone into leaking into our land and our waters, rendering our waters useless and also causing far more damage than one waste produce create. The opposing team also stated that they are durable. But during fights in different schools, aluminium cans are used as weapons in many boarding schools and are the leading cause of injuries for students. The opposing team also stated that there are stable recycling systems, but not all countries have the facilities or even the appropriate funding to create stable recycling systems. The opposing team also stated that it preserves fresh taste, and there are more better alternatives like the Tetra Pak, PET bottles, and glass bottles that are preferred by consumers. The opposing team also says that it aligns with human behavior. The classic human behavior of Nigerians is when you're done with an aluminium can drink, they dispose it onto the road, not caring where it ends up, whether it's making our land polluted or even clogging our drains. The opposing team also says that the loop is fast, meaning that a new can be back on the shelf in 60 days. But let's not forget the fact that when aluminium cans are disposed on our roads, they are not biodegradable. Unlike Tetra Paks that when they're on the road, they are easily acted upon by enzymes, and you can come back there and see that the pack is gone. The opposing team also said that recycling system is increasing every year. But take a look around you, take a look at our roads. You see cans filling everywhere. Does that prove that the recycling rate is increasing everywhere? Take a look at our dear nation, Nigeria, that doesn't even have appropriate funding to hold stable recycling systems. The opposing team also stated that 90% of cans are used again, but research shows that only 10% of cans in Nigeria are recycled, leaving the remaining 90% to flood our environment, clog our drains, and also fill up with water when rain falls that causes malaria. The opposing team also stated that the aluminium cans has everything it needs to survive, but like I said earlier, they're not biodegradable and they're causing far more damage to our world than we even realize. The opposing team also stated that it's a consumer choice, but you fail to realize that a lot of parents and even adults buy cartons of drinks that are made of Tetra Paks. This is widely used all over the world. Parents don't even buy aluminium cans drinks for their little children. I'll now like to add more points. Aluminium cans cause fire hazard. When aluminium cans are caught up in open fires, they break up and come back out, which can explode and also cause injuries to the people around. And also, it causes harm to wildlife. When aluminium cans enter the environment, they are dangerous to wildlife. Animals can ingest them or get trapped in them, leading to injuries or death. The aluminium cans might seem shiny on the outside. Looks like it's producing a good balance to our society, but we fail to realize that it causes far more problem and harm than we can even realize. And without tackling this issue fast, our world is in danger. Thank you.
Well done.
Precious Akweji. I had murdered her middle name. I think it's more Ometere than Omotere. So, what? Precious Akweji of Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos. Well done for your rebuttal round. We'll switch over now to Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos. And my guess is we'll be hearing from Erioluwa Ayuola Ajayi.
Standing on existing protocol, my name remains Erioluwa Ayuola, and today I'll be refuting all my opponent's points. Firstly, you made mention of extraction, destroying ecosystems and livelihood. You made mention of flooding as a result of waste, air pollution, harm to wildlife, and danger to aquatic life. But that is not a fault of aluminum itself. In fact, you are confusing two separate motions: industrial mining practices, which can result to all the harm that I've mentioned, and aluminum as a packaging in itself. And 70% of aluminum is recycled. 71% of all aluminum used in the packaging industry is recycled content, showing that when we recycle more, it will eventually reduce demand for mining and it will stabilize over time. And most of the time, any damage caused by aluminum, displacement of homes, lack of proper respiration for human beings in the environment, is a fault of human beings. If you read the Human Impact article from 2018 on mining in Guinea, it shows that they never completely blamed aluminum. They blamed the government and the companies for failure to do their jobs. Then you also made mention of carbon emissions, but I like to say that low carbon grids and renewable electrification is rising in modern smelting, and there's a in modern smelting. Then you made mention of carbon risk to human health. But if you read the Oxford academic article from 2024, which was last year, on working in Australian mines, you see that most diseases, which they did a research on people that worked in mines, and most diseases that happened there couldn't be directly linked to life in a mine. Cancer like metastasoma could be linked to living in a town called Whitnum, which had exposure to asbestos. So we do not directly link all human health effects to human health to aluminum in itself, but the lack of proper regulations. We also made a point on insufficient waste management. But you need to understand that the regions that you've mentioned which lack waste management you need to understand that this motion is global, and we're focusing on the world or aggregate evidence, and 70% of aluminum is recycled globally. Also, the regions where all the alternatives I mentioned excel is due to unique supply chains and energy advantages, which most of the global market does not have. You made mention of biodegradables under that exact same point, and biodegradables require agriculture. Compared to all the other alternatives, aluminum's upper hand is because it can be recycled without degradation, and it does not require continuous extraction. You made a point on weapon usage in schools, how aluminum can be used as for weapon usage, but you need to understand that sustainability is defined by intrinsic properties, not systemic properties. So how aluminum is used cannot be classified or is not a strong enough reason for you to classify it as unsustainable, because it's the most sustainable, because without usage, the nature of the material itself is sustainable because it can be recycled without degradation. You made mention of better packaging already existing, like paper. Paper requires cutting out of trees and cannot be recycled without degradation. You made mention of PET bottles, but only 10 to 20% of them are recycled globally, and even when they are recycled, they can only be recycled once or twice. You made mention of biodegradables. Like I've mentioned, they require agriculture, which can lead to food and drought, because when they are recycled, they will degrade and require continuous extraction, which aluminum has an upper hand on. You made mention of energy production, but 95% energy saving for every recycled aluminum bottle, and 70% of them are recycled. I repeat, 70%. So we are looking at complete life cycle impact. Yes, production is energy intensive, but when we look at the complete life cycle of the products and the long-term environmental impact, aluminum cannot even be compared to the alternatives. You made mention of dirty recycling, but liners and paints can aluminum recycling can tolerate liners, paints, and polymers that inside recycling. It removes contaminants in the aluminum cans. Mention of contamination of beverages, but aluminum is lined with polymers that protect the drinks or inside them to be contaminated. And finally, you made mention of disposal. You made mention of fire hazards. Once again, I mentioned that it is dependent on usage, not depends on nature of the product itself, not usage. Thank you.
All right. Well done. That was Erioluwa Ayola Ajayi. Once the bell goes, no new ideas should be introduced. Just wrap up where you were. Okay. We've had the 2 rebuttal rounds. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll go straight to the closing rounds.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Your upgrade. Try today.
Good mama, the washing is fast. Good mama, my fabric is barely fresh. Good mama, express cleaning. Good mama, my laundry reason to smile.
There's a reason she's a good mama. Express cleaning, extra fresh.
Across Nigeria, stories are waiting to be lived. Family reunions in Calabar, big deals in Lagos, new adventures in Owerri, and one airline makes them all possible. Welcome aboard Cali Air, operated by ValueJet. Comfortable seats, friendly crew, on-time flights to Kano, Enugu, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and more. Make memories, close deals, see loved ones. Let Cali Air take you there. Book now at www.flyvaluejet.com. Cali Air, proudly cross river.
Start your day and have a good time. Kivo Crema. And where you need to have the break time. Kivo Crema. If not tea or Margarita. Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema. Update. Here's the gist. New Good Mama detergent delivers express cleaning and fragrance boosters for extra freshness. All in a freshening pack made for your upgrade. Try it today.
Good Mama, the washing is fast.
Good Mama, my fabric is smelling fresh.
Good Mama, express cleaning. Good Mama, my laundry is on to smile.
There's a reason she's a good mama. Express cleaning, extra fresh.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be showing you how I make a milky bowl of golden morn.
Yay!
I like to have my golden morn in a bowl first, then pour some warm water. I just stir and watch it turn into milky, nutritious enjoyment.
But when did you add milk?
I'm using Golden Morn 3-in-1, so no need to add milk.
So delicious, Mommy.
Golden Morn 3-in-1 comes with milk inside already. Get it for your family today. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
Oga Hustler, you guys match this hustle aura for aura. Oh yeah, carry one super commando energy drink, yeah. Make yourself get energy to fire on. Cause to wait for this hustle, no be by size.
Super commando.
This taste na banger, this taste na creamy rich, this taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe, original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong, finish strong.
You don't just vibe to anything, and that's okay. Do you like it hot?
Hit me.
Then go for Mini Noodles Ninja Pepper flavored, the spicy rebel. Do you like it fresh?
Smooth.
Then get your Mini Noodles chicken and veggies flavor, the fresh gang. Maybe you like to party.
Giggy.
Then you need to have a taste of Mini Noodles Patty Jollof flavor. Party starter. Or you could be a foodie.
That's it.
Then you'll love Mini Noodles sloppy chicken flavor, the foodie vibes. Whatever you like, Mini-Me's got a flavor for you, so pick your vibe. Mini-Me Noodles. Slop life.
Hello, Mrs. Martins.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. Johnson, how may I help you?
Junior's body temperature is high and he's complaining about headaches and body aches.
Not to worry. Get Bruston and suspension.
Okay, ma. I'll call you back.
Bruston and Suspension for Children is a sweet-tasting brand of ibuprofen which provides relief against toothache, pains, and fever in children after 30 minutes.
Hello, ma. Oh, Junior, stop that.
Is everything okay, Mrs. Johnson?
Yes, ma. Junior is fine now. In fact, Junior, sorry, ma. I'll call you back.
Brustin and Suspension for Children. Always take the product after meal. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor. A quality product from Rambaxay.
Update. Here's the gist. New Good Mama detergent delivers express cleaning and fragrance boosters for extra freshness. All in a freshening pack made for your upgrade. Try it today.
Good Mama, the washing is fast.
Good Mama, my fabric is smelling fresh.
Good Mama, express cleaning. Good Mama, my laundry is on to smile.
There's a reason she's a good mama. Express cleaning, extra fresh.
Welcome back to this debate brought to you by GZ Industries and, of course, OB Weezy, Finatrust Microfinance Bank, and Multi-Plan Pathway College. We now proceed to the closing round. In this final stretch, no new arguments may be added. It's purely about persuasion, your last appeal, your final call to reason, and your moment to convince. Deliver your closings now. Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos, and Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos. We will revert to the motion supporter. Who's closing for you? All right. You have 3 minutes.
Hold on. We'll restart the timer.
Sorry, you have the wrong mic on.
Right, your time starts now.
Adjudicators, every sip we take, every package we discard is a choice written into the future. The air a child breathes, the river they swim in, the fish they will eat, that choice shapes all. The sustainability debate is often framed as technical. To us, it is both technical and moral. It is the ledger of our children's lives. And somewhere between these choices, the planet has learned the difference between materials that return as value and materials that linger as waste. And that single distinction shapes everything. Our oceans, our rivers, our economies, our children's lungs, our future. The question isn't which packaging is perfect, for nothing is perfect in environmental policy. Rather, the questions are which packaging can regenerate itself, retain quality, preserve value, and enter the market again and again. Which packaging carries its own burden rather than shifting it onto the world. Only aluminium cans meet that definition. Let's take a walk through the moral test. Last year, aluminium can recycling rates were above 70%, with over 95% in Brazil. Every can recycled wasn't recycled out of virtue or because it was worth something. Opportunity love remind you of how energy intensive aluminium mining is. That is true. That would have been true if we were in the 18th century. Now, aluminium mining practices and tools have reached sustainable stages. A can made in 2025 can become a can again in 2026, 2027, 2028, 100 times, 1,000, 1,000,000. The energy cost diffuses across the infinite rebirth. Plastic can be reborn once, twice if you're lucky, then it dies, and its broken body is carried by a river into the ocean where fish mistake it for food, and decades later, children discover it on a beach they so innocently thought was safe. Also, which packaging shapes a world we can truly sustain? Plastic leaks into ecosystem because it is worthless. Glass breaks and requires heavy transport, and cartons mix materials and frustrate recycling. Aluminum is the backbone of the world's only truly circular beverage economy, and a circular economy is the future of environmental survival. Adjudicators, here is the moral center of this debate. Sustainability isn't about perfection. It's about choosing packaging that comes back, not packaging that haunts us. And in a world drowning in waste, regeneration isn't simply preferable, it's salvation. So what does all this mean? The great American environmentalist Wendell Berry wrote, "We do not inherit our earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. If this is true, and it is, then every single choice you make is a debt owed to the little hands that will one day pick up what we leave behind. And that debt is paid with aluminum because it is the only packaging that fulfills its promise to the world, to our future, to our children." Thank you.
What a rousing closing argument from Eriolua Ayola Ajayi of Wellspring College, Ikeja. You've done well, as has your teammate Ayomide Kolapo Agarao. Well done, both of you. One last duty for your opponents. Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos. I'm guessing Joseph will be closing for you.
Yes, sir. All protocols duly observed. I remain Usagete Omoike Joseph, here to give the closing remarks, firmly opposing the motion that aluminum cans the most sustainable packaging for beverages. Now picture this: whole forests falling to feed the hunger of aluminum extraction, hectares of land buried under mountains of unrecycled cans, shining not with value but with the permanence of our waste. The sky thins as greenhouse gases rise from the fiery blast furnaces that create each can. Our air chokes, our land scars, our water darkens, all because we refuse to face one simple truth: the aluminum can we celebrate is silently wounding our world. The great philosopher Mahatma Gandhi said that the future depends on what you do today. This means that every choice we make, every action we take, every decision that we take shapes the world that we live in and the world that our children will inherit. A can of cold Cocoa Fanta on a sunny day doesn't just quench our thirst, it echoes far beyond our hands, reaching forests, oceans, rivers, and future generations. True sustainability isn't about a shiny appearance, it's about real impact. How long does a material last? How well does it serve? How friendly is it to the environment? And how well does it safeguard our future. Today, we, the opposition, have argued that aluminium production wreaks havoc on our land, water, air, and even human health. I mean, take a walk on the streets of Lagos City and you find that cans litter the street, clog drains, and contribute to floods that destroy homes and ruin livelihoods. And it's not just in Nigeria, it's across the world. Globally, 50 billion aluminium cans are produced every year, and only 69% of these cans are recycled, leaving millions to choke oceans, pollute beaches, and wreak havoc on our environment. From Africa to Europe, from Asia to the Americas. Consider the mining. Forests fall to feed the hunger of aluminium extraction. Rivers turn red with sediment, and the air chokes with toxic fumes and dust that affect our health. Or the energy it takes, 14 to 15,000 kilowatts of electricity that can power a Nigerian household for up to 2 years. That's detrimental, reducing availability for household and other essential services. Each can has a carbon footprint that leads to climate change, greenhouse gases, and environmental degradation. Yet, we still call it the most sustainable choice. The proposition may argue that the aluminum can is light, rust-free, and easy and convenient, but at what cost? When the ripple effect of aluminum cans production and use, from environmental degradation to water contamination, from climate change to risks to human health, outweigh its benefits, can we call it truly sustainable, and even worse, the most sustainable? True sustainability presents and proffers solutions whose immediate and long-term effects protect and preserve and safeguard our present and our future. Therefore, for the sake of us, for the sake of our health, for the sake of our environment, for the sake of our community, and for the sake of future generations, let us see aluminium for what it truly is. Not a solution, not the most sustainable choice, but as a problem in disguise. Thank you very much.
Well done. Well done.
Brilliant closing argument
What a day.
for Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos, Ofagede, Amorege, Joseph. Finishing. And also Precious Akpeju, brilliant as well. Thank you and well done to you, students of Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos, and to you, Wellspring College, Ikeja, Lagos students. You've done your part, and you've done it with a lot of verve and luster, and we appreciate everything so far. It concludes our second quarterfinal debate for the day, a clash of environmental perspectives, sustainability claims, and strong reasoning. As always, the final decision rests with our judges. We'll discover soon who advances to the semi-finals. So stick with us.
Just a moment.
I guess we'll take a quick final break, and we'll come back to Diction Judge Yvonne Okhaifo. Stay with us.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y. That is O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back, Diction Judge Yvonne. We take a Just a few minutes to share your thoughts with these students.
Thank you very much. I'll start with Honeyland Schools. Degradation, both of you, not degradation, degradation, okay? Say degradation. Say wreak havoc, not wreak havoc. You wreak havoc, you don't wreak havoc, okay? Say release, not release. It is release, not release. Is prone to, not prone into. Prone to, okay? Something is prone to something. Likewise, you commit someone to a hospital. You don't commit them into. You commit them to. Okay? You commit to a hospital. I will now come to... Oh, by the way, subject-verb agreement role, guys. Aluminium cans has. You meant to say aluminium cans have. All right? Well done. So Wellspring College, I will say... There's a difference between life cycle and circle. A life cycle, when we talk about life cycle, we mean the process, the natural progression of things, okay? It's the cycle of life, not the circle. I'm sure you meant to say cycle, but you slipped and said circle, life circle. I will say usage, not usage. Usage, okay? Melanoma and asbestos, okay? Melanoma, that's a skin condition. It's a skin cancer. You also say asbestos, okay? That's one really struggled. You struggled with that one a bit, but you say asbestos. Say product, not product, product, okay? Product. Say important, not important, important. Important, okay? I will stop there. Well done, ladies. Well done, gentlemen. I cannot wait to leave the studio. I'm sure you can't either, having waited for Lord knows how long. Femi.
All right, we'll take one final short break and we'll come back and deliver the verdicts. Stay with us.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Welcome back. It's time now for the verdicts. Pay attention. For the presentation round, George Ama scores it. Wellspring College 9, Honeyland Schools 10. Judge Ufoma scores it. Wellspring College 8.5, Honeyland Schools 10. Chief Judge Chike scores it. Wellspring College 8.5, Honeyland Schools 10. For the presentation round, George Ama scores it. Wellspring College 9.5, Honeyland Schools 10. Judge Ufoma scores it. Wellspring College 10, Honeyland Schools 9.5. Chief Judge Chike scores it. Wellspring College 9, Honeyland Schools 10. It's 26 points to Wellspring College and 30 to Honeyland Schools in round 1. It's 28.5 points to Wellspring College and 29.5 to Honeyland Schools in round 2. Bringing us to round 3. all three judges scored round 3. A tie. Diction scoring is a tie for your winner. By unanimous decision. Congratulations to the duo of Osagedi Omorege and Akweji Precious, a matter of Honeyland Schools, Abeson Estate, Ikpaja, Lagos. You progress to the semi-final, and you will now go up against the winner of the last debate, which is Great Solid Rock College. 1 foot into the final now. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And to Wellspring College, Femi, this brings their streak, their undefeated streak, to a shocking and rude conclusion. But such is the way of competitions, you know. Ari, I have to say, every time I hear you speak, my heart flutters. It's like, girl, go, girl, go, girl, because you are beautiful. You're a beautiful and a worthy opponent. Your closing, your rebuttal is powerful, was powerful, and I know that if you entered the competition next year, it would still be powerful. And so was your closing.
I can't believe you are 13.
Honestly.
You are a glorious, glorious debater.
Beautiful.
Did you say you are 14 now? You just turned 14. Brilliant.
So we will see more of you in the competition. Okay, girl. Okay.
I beg you, be here for the second regional finals.
Yes, please.
That will be in February. Ayomide, no doubt you're a brilliant debater.
Yes.
You've got to concentrate. You've got to align your thoughts, okay? So you don't stumble and repeat yourself too many times, which was why, the first round. Because every time you stumble, you are eating into your clock, meaning you cannot finish up what you need to do. You understand? You time in not just words, but also syllables, and you know what to do. So brilliant to both of you. See you again in February. Well done.
Oh,
Lagos.
Finally.
It's been a day. I don't know what to say about today. I don't fully comprehend today because we couldn't start when we should.
Right.
And it's never happened before. Yes, we've had late starts, but this one was different.
This
and then
was unprecedented.
Yes, we've also had all sorts. But congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the duo from Honeyland Schools, Abeson. You won by 5 whopping points.
Yes.
Okay. Are you listening, Joseph?
Sure.
You won by 5 whopping points, and you should be proud.
Indeed.
For you, the dream continues. See you in the semi-final, and get ready to do battle.
Right. Tomorrow, the quarterfinals continue with 2 more thrilling debates and the final chance to claim a semi-final ticket. Until then, keep the conversations alive, keep questioning, and keep believing in the power of ideas. Femi, we have to go now.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.